Very good morning, students. Here I am to teach you the fourth poem, A Thing of Beauty, for class 12th. This year we have only 5 poems, and I have already uploaded for you the 4 poems, and the fourth one, that is A Thing of Beauty, written by Keats, I am going to explain today. Dear students, in these 5 poems you will find एक extract compulsory. That means from 5 poems you need to study in detail. Extract means you have 4 marks plus 1 or 2 questions will come for you for 2 marks. So that is why I have taken little efforts to teach you in details as you do your studies at home. Do not neglect English subject. It carries you lot of marks, and I hope you will give me above 90, and some of you have the capacity even to get 99 and 100 marks. My dear students, today we are going to have a very romantic poem. Comparing to other poems, this poem is very interesting, and the more you read, the more you get the explanation, more you can have the criticism. I've put up certain notes on the board. I'm going to explain to you that, as I said, written by Keats. This particular poem was written in the year 1818. Keats was born in the year 1795 and died very young, 1821. As he started his poetic career, he had only few years, and he has given wealth of literature, very interesting poems to us. He was a British romantic poet. We have William Wordsworth, who is also a romantic poet from British, and plus we have Keats. He too is British poet. His father wanted to be, his father died very young. One who is looking after him, so she wanted him to carry on the medical career, but he did not show any interest. He left his medical surgical area and then continued his poem to write poems. That is, poetry made him his vocation. Now what is vocation? कोई किसी को भी जे दिल की बात मानकर जे मुझे करना है, maybe an engineer, maybe a teacher, maybe a driver, that is the interest that is given to you by God. Sometime music career, dance career, singer it can be. It is a hidden quality that is there. एक बार आपको वो hidden quality आप महसूस करते हो, आप उसको पीछे भागना है. In the same way, we have Keats, where he prefers to continue writing poems. His poem, Endymion, a poetic romance. It is a beautiful legend, that is Greek legend. Now what is this particular poem that is given only a short extract from there. But this is a poem which is written, that is the name of the poem is Endymion, a poetic romance, based on Greek legend. Now I will explain to you about this particular poem which he had written. Endymion. Now who is this Endymion? Endymion is a young shepherd, lived in mountain Latmos. So he lived a shepherd. Who is a shepherd? Shepherd, one who is looking after the sheep. So he lived on Mount Latmos. One day on Mount he had a vision Of whom? Cynthia, the moon goddess. You know, always the goddesses are considered to be beautiful and they are very attractive. So he had a vision of Cynthia. And who is Cynthia? She is a moon goddess. What happened? In his dream, she, that is Cynthia, descended to kiss her beloved. Now who is the beloved? That is the Endymion. So Cynthia came down to kiss. In the dream, she wanted to kiss the beloved, that is the Endymion. After next morning when he got up, he was all mesmerized. He was enchanted by her. He decides to seek her and wandered away through the forest and under the sea, which means he was madly in love with her. Anyhow, he was ready to go to the forest, or he was ready to go to the depth of the sea, fathom of the sea. Why? Because he wanted to find that moon goddess Cynthia. Now this poem is an allegory. In this allegory, what is explained? An individual quest for beauty, ideal beauty. Deep down, we know that we want to find something truth. Now what is this truth? It is the truth that is beauty. Beauty is truth, a truth is beauty. Now for Keats, he was worshipper of the beauty. Beauty वो पूजा करता था. So you can imagine what image that he had of beauty. Always beauty for him was religion. Anything would do for the beauty, anything that he finds, everything that he finds, he found beauty. So being a worshipper of beauty, he explains the poem, A Thing of Beauty. Just a small excerpt it is taken. Now what is this poem is about? It is the beauty that is explained in this particular poem. First line begins, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. He is not saying past tense was a joy forever. Now he is saying abhi bhi, he is saying thing of beauty. Now what is a thing? It can be a nature, it can be people, anything that is there which is given to us by God or which is made by human beings, anything to do with the thing, that is beauty and that joy forever. ऐसे कोई ऐसी चीज़ उसको आकर्षित होता है और he finds the beauty, it gives him joy. It's not a temporary joy, it is a permanent joy. Now I am going to explain here what is the difference between happiness and joy. Now happiness is a temporary things that you get. Like for example, your mother prepared beautiful, a tasty dish, or you had gone for a movie, or you had a win, you have won something. So that is a happiness, it gives us certain time. Now what is this joy? Joy that you feel within, which you keep the memory. Like for example, to get top very good marks in 10th or 12th, you never expected, but you got those marks and that is there for you permanently. Another example I would like to give you, always celebrate birthdays with the family, friends, we distribute, we give sweets, we prepare nice food for them. But once you decide on your birthday you would like to visit an orphanage or home for the aged and you would like to give something that your parents are giving you as a gift to them. So that is a joy forever. So it is saying, now I have explained here to you what is happiness and joy. So for kids, joy means, beauty means joy forever. Now second line, its loveliness increases. Now what is this? It is the beauty, thing, that is the thing that gives you beauty. Its loveliness, हर बार आप किसी चीज़ को देखते हो, हर उसका loveliness, beautiness increases. It will never pass into nothingness. कभी भी वो ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई ब्यूटी मुझे कुछ भी सुकून नहीं देता है, नहीं, सुकून देता है उसको. So it is pass into nothing, it will never pass into nothingness. Here means beauty gives you everything for him, but will keep a bar quiet for us. What does this beauty makes him? It will keep a bar quiet for us. Now why he is saying bower? Now bower is a beautiful orchard, a garden. So here it means that particular beauty which you find in the nature that gives him quietness. Us is this, all of us, for him plus we, and sleep full of sweet dreams. Now here the examples that are given, one thing he say, beauty हम लोगों को quietness देता है. What is that quietness? When you are alone in the garden, you find that quietness. Second, it gives you sleep full of sweet dreams. Sleep ऐसा है, कोई disturbance नहीं है, always sweet dreams. ऐसा लगता है you had a very good sleep without any disturbance. You also have, and health is said, it gives you good health. And quiet breathing, so you don't have palpitation, hypertension. So here is when you find certain beauty in your life, it gives you quiet, normal breathing. So this is particular stanza. Here the importance of beauty that is given to you. Now next line, therefore. Now beauty is giving you this thing, gives you quietness, it gives you full of sweet dreams, it gives you good health, it gives you quiet breathing. इसीलिए therefore on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth. इसीलिए he is saying every morrow means next day, tomorrow, every morning. What happened? Are we wreathing a flower? What do we do? Early in the morning, if you have gone to see people, they are going to the garden, maybe plucking certain flowers to give it to God. So here it is said, therefore on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth. Early in the morning we go to the nature, maybe to offer to God, or some of you in south you will find some flowers keeping on their head. It gives you beauty for them. So that is why we go to the nature, pluck some flowers and making a band, that is a wreath. Wreath is a flower circle, maybe a mala, a flowery band to why? A flowery band to bind us to the earth, to get connected to the earth. You are at home, early in the morning you want to freshen yourself, you want to find that particular beauty, you go to the nature. Now next line says, spite of despondence of human dearth of noble natures of the gloomy days. What does this mean? Spite of despondence, beautiful things तो हमारे लाइफ में है हर चीज़, but फिर भी उधर certain people are there, negative people. That is spite of despondence, certain कमी हमारे लाइफ में, certain weakness is there. There are people who are weak, of inhuman dearth. How? लोगों में कोई चीज़ कमी है. Maybe corruption, maybe people are going for smoking, maybe they are planning to harm others. Inhuman dearth, that is the weakness of a person. Of noble natures, उसमें भी आपको certain people you will get with the noble natures. No, what is this noble natures? Noble natures are those people who are good hearted. उन लोगों को positive people, whereas despondents are negative people. And here we have some certain good people, that is positive people. Now what is the difference between negative and positive people? Negative, हर चीज़ negative देखते हैं आपको. Negative life, किसी इंसान का बुराई करने के लिए उन लोगों को मज़ा आता है. Whereas noble nature people, they are good people. There are both the type people. There are good people as well as bad people. There are also, he is saying, poet is saying, with noble natures, अच्छे लोग भी है. Of the gloomy days why? We are surrounded by both the type of people. अकेला अच्छा इंसान है तो 99 देयर आर नेगेटिव पीपल, बुरे लोग हैं। सो बुराई लोगों में से आपको रहना, अच्छा लोगों में रहना, that is a challenge for you. Now next line is said, of all the unhealthy and overdone ways. Unhealthy, why? हमारा ये दुनिया लोगों में भरा पड़ा है, लोग अच्छे लोग भी है, बुरे लोग भी है। Now what happens to them? Of all the unhealthy and overdone ways made for our searching, yes, in spite of all. Now here you say, of unhealthy and overdone ways, we have to overlook all this dark life. Darkness is the, in the world you will find, now you will find Bollywood corrupted, you find politicians corrupted, there are certain officers who are civil servants, they are corrupted. There are good people also made for our search. We have to find goodness in those people also. Now goodness, how this goodness, अच्छाई कैसा देखेंगे? जब हमारा नेगेटिव थिंकिंग, नेगेटिव सोच, नेगेटिव फीलिंग आप दूर करोगे, तभी यू कैन गेट द सच्चाई, दैट इज अच्छा क्वालिटी लोग आपको मिल जाएंगे। नेक्स्ट लाइन, in spite, yes, in spite of all. Now what is this in spite of all? मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया है, there are 100 में से 10% अच्छे लोग मिलेंगे, so you have to live with those 90% who are thinking negative of each other, always putting down one another. You will see on the TV or newspaper में 1% भी अच्छा ही नहीं है, ओनली नेगेटिविटी। ये उसने उसको मर्डर किया, उधर एक्सीडेंट हुआ, इसने इधर डकैत हो गई। सो ऑल दीज आर इन स्पाइट ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स सम शेप ऑफ ब्यूटी मूव्स अवे द पॉल फ्रॉम आवर डार्क स्पिरिट्स। नाउ सम शेप ऑफ ब्यूटी, तो उसमें भी आपको ढूंढना है दैट ब्यूटी। नेगेटिव तो है पर उसमें भी आपको क्या करना है, ब्यूटी को ढूंढना है। You how? By taking away your weakness, the Paul from our dark spirits. Paul is used in Christianity, the priest is wearing when he sits for confession. अपना क्रिश्चियन में क्या होता है, तो पादरी बैठता है चर्च में और कैथलिक्स पीपल कम देयर एंड कन्फेस। ये चीज़ हम लोगों ने गलत किया, इंसान है तो गलती तो होती है, तो आगे पादरी का आगे जाकर वो बताते हैं, कन्फेशन करता है। सो दैट टाइम ही इज़ वेयरिंग अ पॉल। सो दैट इज़ द पॉल हियर फ्रॉम आवर डार्क स्पिरिट्स। वी हैव टू रिमूव आवर डार्कनेस बाय एडमिटिंग टू अदर्स। आपको महसूस होना है और ये भी आपको बताना है लोगों को सॉरी, एंड देन ओनली योर डार्क स्पिरिट्स विल कम अ क्लीन स्पिरिट। जब पत्थर का दिल है उसको नरम कर सकते हो। Remove away all the negative feelings, negative thinking, all the bad things that we are doing on this earth. Now another line he is giving us, the thing, the beauty, कौन सी चीज़ हम लोगों को beauty देता है। Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such the daffodils with the green world they live in. Now I'm going to explain to you here. Now what are those things that are giving, God has given us in the nature, that is the sun. Whether you are a bad person, whether you are a good person, for everyone there is sun, and then also there is a moon. ऐसा नहीं कि मून आज नहीं कहने का, दुनिया को कितना ही अंधेरा दो और धूप दो, कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, ये लोग चेंज होते नहीं है ना। मून डज इज वर्क, सन डज इट्स वर्क। ट्रीज ओल्ड एंड यंग, वेदर द ट्रीज आर यंग और ओल्ड, दे आर सो ब्यूटिफुल, स्प्राउटिंग अ शेडी boon. Now what does these trees do? They are sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep. They are giving a shade for whom? Boon is a blessing. गर्मी में क्या होता है, Simple sheep or human beings like to find some shelter. We go under the tree and relax because there is a lot of breeze that is blowing there. So it is said shady boon is a blessing for simple sheep. For whom? सिंपल शीप. धूप में कभी शीप अपना घास खाने के लिए नहीं जाते, तो इसलिए कम एंड सिट एंड रिलैक्स अंडर द ट्री. एंड सच आर डैफोडिल्स with the green world they live in. Now daffodils are the small flowers which are grown on the hilltop. So he said those are such a daffodils. With green world they live in. Where they are living, they are green world. Now Aunt Jennifer's tigers also you come across the green world they live in. That is the tigers. Where are they living? Their tigers are living in the green world. Here it is again the word is used. The green world they live in, that is the sheep. No, here it is the daffodils. And clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season. Now clear rills are the small rivers that are passing, that are hill. If you have gone to the hill stations में क्या होता है, small a spring that is come, and that is what do they do? So where the water is gathered, clean water, so there come animals or birds come there to make little shelter. They want little cool breeze, cool drink, that is the water they want to drink. Hot season, that is a hot season, especially winter, they don't like to go because it is all thinking beautifully. It is baraf is filled with ice. So but they go in this particular season because they want cooling. And what gives us? The covert rills that gives us cool breeze, cool water. The mid-forest brake, rich with the sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. Now one who is looking into the nature, for everything for is beautiful. Here daffodils are said, clean rills, sun, moon, sheep, and then also here the mid-forest brake. Now what happened? In the middle of the forest, people are always frightened. Now here what happens? Some of the people who are positive, adventurous, they find small musk roses growing in the forest, rich with sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. They will find those musk roses, bunchy flowers that are hanging in the forest. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms. जैसा जंगल में मस्क रोजेस ग्रो होते हैं, वैसा ही such too is the grandeur of the dooms. The same way we celebrate the death of a person. Now which death? Whose death we are celebrating? जे दिल से अच्छे है, जे इंसान हर बार दूसरा का अच्छा ही सोचते हैं, उन लोग मरने के बाद में they are, even if they are dead, we speak grandeur of them. We have imagined for the mighty dead. हम लोगों ने ये सोचा होगा हमारा ग्रैंड लोग, जो अच्छे लोग मर गए थे. Like for example, you have Jesus Christ, you have here Mother Teresa. So they have done so much of goodness in the world. They have got dead and gone. But उन लोगों को जो अच्छा ही है, अभी हर बच्चे को पता है, हर इंसान को पता है उन लोगों को क्या अच्छा ही किया है. We have imagined for the mighty dead. Mighty dead मतलब those good people. Take for example your own grandfathers who are no more maybe, or great grandfathers. उन लोगों ने अपने फैमिली के लिए कितना अच्छा ही किया होगा, और अभी भी आप लोग भी उन लोगों को याद करते हो. The lovely tales that we have heard or read. उन लोगों tales here is a story. That is story we have heard or we have read. An endless fountain of immortal drink. What are they doing? They are drinking the Amrit, endless fountain of immortal drink. What is the immortal drink? That is the Amrit. Blessings that are given by God, they are drinking forever. They are dead and gone, but they are living with us forever. Pouring unto us, they are dead and gone, but उन लोगों का जो वोकेशन है, उन लोगों का जो मिशन है, कंटिन्यूज. व्हाट आर दे डूइंग आफ्टर गोइंग टू हेवन? दे आर सेंडिंग देयर ब्लेसिंग्स टू अस, pouring unto us from the heaven's brink. Their heaven's brink means they are sitting with God. So they are asking God to bless their beloveds. Beloved, bless those people whom they loved on this earth. ऐसा भी है. जे हम लोगों के लोग, काफ़ी लोग हमारे फैमिली से रिलेशन में कोई एक प्यार करते हैं, वो तो ऐसा मत सोचो ये लोग मरे और चले गए ऊपर ना. दे आर कंटिन्यूइंग देयर ब्लेसिंग्स ऑन यू एंड मी. ऑलवेज यू नीड टू प्रे टू गॉड टू कीप देम ऑलवेज विथ हिम सो दैट दे लुक आफ्टर अस. वो लोग हम लोग जानते हैं, इसीलिए गॉड हैज़ गिवन अस एटलीस्ट 10% इन दिस पर्टिकुलर वर्ल्ड टू लिव कंफर्टेबली ऑन दिस अर्थ. कितना ही हम लोग बुराई करें, एक दिन आप अच्छा करोगी, वो अच्छा काम अपना पास रहेगा ही रहेगा. सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, इट्स अ ब्यूटिफुल पर्टिकुलर पोएम which is written by young poet, that is John Keats. इस पोएम में हम लोगों को क्या देखने को मिला है? टू फाइंड ब्यूटी इन एवरीथिंग. अपना जो ब्यूटी है आपको ट्रेजर करना है, उस ब्यूटी को आपको हर बार रिस्पेक्ट करेंगे. आप रिस्पेक्ट करोगी तो जो अगले जनरेशन है आपका अच्छा ही दिखाई देता है. थैंक यू डियर स्टूडेंट्स. आई मे कम एंड स्पीक टू यू अगेन. और इन ऑल द पोएम्स द figure of speech, alliterations, similes. So I will come back to you explaining to you all the figure of speech in my next poem. Thank you and have a lovely day.